Hello. We're the Wildflowers.
Yes, we are.
I am Judy.
I'm Carol.
And I'm Peggy.
Yes, and we are the
Wildflowers.
I said that.
It's a little redundant.
It is redundant. Well, we're happy.
Carol wants to make sure that you know that we are the
Wildflowers.
Wildflowers.
And I didn't say it that time. So how are you gals doing?
I'm doing excellent.
How come it feels like it's been a while?
I know.
It really hasn't.
No,
Right?
we just miss each other.
That's right.
It hasn't been a while. No. Oh no, the last time I wasn't like really here. I was
Peggy has
so active.
Peggy has brain fog.
I have COVID brain.
She does. She does.
Yeah.
Because
it's a real thing, COVID brain.
I don't doubt it. It's my excuse too.
Yeah.
And I don't.
But
have
you're
COVID.
feeling better though.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
that's
I
good.
am.
It
But
hits you
yeah,
pretty hard.
we weren't supposed to meet today. Today's Friday, November what, 3rd? Is it
Third.
Yeah, no, we weren't supposed to meet today. We were supposed to meet on Sunday. But what happened, Peggy?
But I made plans for Sunday because I thought that we were meeting on Saturday, which is when we usually meet. So I made all these plans with 3 other people for Sunday.
Other people, not us.
Yeah, and I had plans for Saturday that I couldn't change.
I know. So I just started scrambling. I was asking the people with their plans, can you change your date? And then I asked these ladies, can you change the date?
And I had a hair appointment.
And she said, and I want to really thank Giselle.
Brown noser. Brown noser.
Giselda.
No, Griselda.
Griselda. Gazelle. Griselda. Thank you very much for accommodating my screwed up schedule and for moving up Carol's appointment.
Yes.
And anyway, Judy and I really didn't want her to look ugly for the podcast, so thank you. She looks beautiful. You
But
did an
Carol,
excellent job.
Tell everybody why Griselda was so eager to change the appointment.
Oh, I think that she just wants Peggy as her client. I'm
Because
just saying.
you're her favorite.
Yeah.
I know it. We
She
know.
says
She
it
loves
I love Peggy.
I go to Griselda, Carol goes to Griselda, but she always talks about Peggy.
Oh,
my
okay.
gosh.
I'm sorry I have my hairdresser for years and years and years. Not that I go to see her very often, as you
your
can
hair,
see.
No, your hair
But,
looks good.
Yeah.
You know, but she's,
Yeah, you
I have a good
girl.
relationship with
No,
her,
I
and my whole
had-
family goes. So,
I had one for
anyway.
years as well, and then
Yeah.
when I moved and all that.
Yeah.
But I
so.
have a number of bantering subjects,
Oh.
but does anyone else have anything to
Oh,
banter?
I did have a little banter thing.
I
I
did
wanted
not.
to just mention on this past Monday, that was the day before Halloween,
Yes.
right? The
Right.
30th was I think, in 1938 on that date is when Orson Welles did that radio
yes.
broadcast,
War of the Worlds.
yes.
War of the
Yes.
Worlds. And in the beginning, he did give a disclaimer that it was
Yes.
a dramatization of H.G. Wells' book. But most people were tuning into the NBC one. It was Sunday night something, I don't know. And they didn't hear it.
Right.
And then when they said it was like the equivalent of channel surfing, like they go
Right,
back and
right.
forth. And they heard it, and they had this one of the people. It was like a broadcaster, and he was broadcasting like it was really happening.
Breaking
And
news.
one of the actors sounded like FDR, so they thought the president was speaking, and it created mass
That had him in scary
chaos.
as shit.
I bet it was.
Yeah.
And he they kind of liked it that it happened, even though he did apologize. But he said, like we
But
did
did
have
people
it.
die?
No, I don't think
No, I
anybody
don't
died.
think I heard people
No,
were in
it
trouble.
just caused a lot of panic.
A lot of panic.
Yeah,
Because
no,
I heard people
nobody
jumped
died.
off out of the window and all this other
Yeah.
stuff. I don't know how true that
Yeah,
is.
but he was an interesting character.
Orson Welles?
Yes, he had all different radio shows in different parts of the city, and in order to he was always late for them because he had to get around the city.
So he was like
in
the Ryan
cabs.
Seacrest back in the day.
Yeah, I guess so.
He
Yes.
went with multiple jobs,
Yeah.
right? Like he's always
Yeah.
everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
A little
And
heavier.
so he would take
Yeah.
cabs, and he would always, because of traffic, he was always late. And then he got this brainstorm. He said, "Oh, you don't have to be sick to take an ambulance." I guess it was the case in the 1930s. And he used to hire an ambulance to take him so that he would get there on time.
Oh my
That is
goodness.
really,
What a character, huh?
That is
Yeah.
that is very
That's
Yeah.
funny.
ballsy.
Very
I
ballsy.
know. So
That's
anyway.
really funny.
Oh, that was a good one. Well
Yeah.
done.
Well, I had an opportunity last Saturday. It's been 40 years since I saw a classmate of mine
That's right.
from high school, Roxanne, And I found out she lives in Nyack, which isn't far from
Yeah.
where I am in Long Island. So she actually came to Long Island and we had brunch together and caught up, and it just went by so fast. And it's so weird going back in time.
Yeah.
Because then we were sitting here at the bar and I was showing her because she's not on Facebook. She's thinking about joining Facebook, but showing her our Northern Adirondack class Facebook page. And we're looking at the names, and sadly, like she goes, oh, when she named a name, oh, they died.
Yeah.
And then, and she goes, well, you're just a wealth of joy right now. And I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so that was really nice to
That
go
was
to.
nice. And
Yeah.
would you go to like your reunions or how?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go to
You
next,
are gonna go.
next year. We're gonna
Okay.
have.
How
We were
about you?
supposed to have
I
one.
went my 45th reunion.
did?
I'm really old, yes. And then I went to the 50th, and now my school actually closed. Now they're gone.
Oh.
But it was at first I was like nervous about it, but it was like we.
Don't you pick up?
It was so weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
How you're with these people, like you went through 4 years together. That was
Right.
it.
Yep.
And but like you don't forget that connection. And we had the same thing. Like I was in charge. I got nailed into doing this. The DVD with all the photographs. I had everybody
nice.
send me the
Okay.
photographs, and I was
Right.
scanning them from all the events, and I made the DVD and I set it to music, and I had to do part of
look at
it
you.
like in memoriam, because there were so
Oh.
many people who had passed away.
Yeah, that's the part
It's,
that sucks.
that's the
Yes,
part
people
that's-
who
that.
and they died young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one in our classmate. He died very young of a drug overdose. He had a screwed up life, which was so not his fault. It was just tragic, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Aw.
So, but real quick, I guess we don't save this for the next time because I know that Peggy, she doesn't like to brag and she won't brag, but she does something on Fridays. Is it just Fridays?
Sometimes I do Wednesdays. My day is Friday that I do it, and I've talked about it before in here.
Have
It's
you? Has she?
yeah,
Yes.
yes, I have.
But it's
never
good to
mind.
know. It's
Yeah.
good to bring out though, because
Yeah.
it's a good,
Because
especially
she-
around this,
Yeah, she does volunteers at a food pantry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're going to Honduras?
Yes, this is their second annual trip to Honduras, and
The food pantries trip.
yes, the
Okay.
food pantry organizes it, and it's all volunteer, and we bring construction people with us too, because we go there. This time we're going to there's an old decrepit school there that the kids go to. There's 2 buildings. One's a preschool. It's probably about this big. I'm not kidding. It's like a shack.
Wow.
And the other is the elementary / high school.
Oh no.
Wow.
And so it needs a lot of repairs, and
Yeah.
it needs supplies, and we're going to be building a basketball court for them,
Oh wow.
and doing some painting and repairs. Some windows need to be replaced, and we would do 4 days of a medical clinic too, because the woman who runs the food pantry, she's either a nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant, but we get all these medicines, and she's bringing nurses, and we set up a clinic, and the people in the little tiny villages, we're not in the city, we're in the mountain part,
Wow.
and they come, we set up tents, and
And did you go
we
to
get
the other one?
medicines. The other one I didn't go to because that was when I was recovering from the breast
Oh,
cancer.
yes.
So I was going to go, and then I said I wasn't in the mind frame to
Yeah.
go, and I
Yeah.
didn't really feel that great.
Yeah.
So, but this one, hopefully, knock on wood,
Done.
so we're going. So in a couple of months, you're gonna see fundraisers come out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put something out, and you click on the link to the pantry, and you could donate, and we're gonna pull that money together to try to defray some of the cost of going. Because otherwise it costs us all $1,100 each, like we pay
Okay,
for
wow.
it.
Yeah.
So, and then plus there's other supplies that we need.
Right,
So,
to raise the money for the supplies
yeah,
too.
so some of the
right.
money for the supplies is being donated to us from another fundraiser that Shelter Rock Church did.
Okay.
And they
That's
had
nice.
excess funds, so they donated it to us
That's
so
great.
that we could use it to buy, because we have to buy cement and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So, paints
So look
and-
for the link. I am going to
Absolutely.
make
Yeah,
sure
they're
to
coming
post
out.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
as soon as
sure.
I get it, we're not quite ready yet. We're still waiting for, we need another construction guy to come. you know, and a couple of more nurses, so.
You know, I just had a thought, like, it's so nice that you're going there and you're volunteering and you're helping, but you're gonna be rewarded with, and I'm not talking spiritually, but just the fact that you know you're doing something good to help.
Oh, I'm
to make-
looking forward to
Yeah.
it. And all the people who went last year that were at the meeting the other night, and they said it was very enjoyable to be
Yes.
there. And we're staying in a nice resort.
Oh,
You know, and it's a golf resort. It's
You
got a
wanna go?
pool
Wanna go
and
to the
I should have finished
got a
nursing
pool and
school.
and two restaurants, and then a bus will pick us up every day, and it takes us up the mountain. So.
Wow.
Nice.
No, that's
Well,
lovely.
that's
Yeah.
really
You're
nice.
awesome.
Yeah,
Peggy's
I'm
awesome.
looking forward
And this
to
is
it,
so
so.
right. This is how
Yeah.
you always have been,
Yeah.
Peg. This doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me in any
Oh,
way.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you know what we need to do then?
We need
Toast.
to
Toast to
have
your
wine.
trip.
Yes, I think we do.
Ooh,
And
in a
I-
fancy
well,
bag.
I'm trying to hide it because I just really want to get.
Oh, it's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Oh, okay. Here we
Not
go.
to me though.
All right.
Well, I don't want to pour myself first.
All right.
I'll pour you.
All right. I won't look.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe
Make sure I
should-
don't smooth the glass.
Oh,
Ooh, it's a pretty light color.
Ooh, it
good.
is nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like it then. It's black.
Oh, don't judge a wine
That's
by its
right.
color. Maybe isn't that what we are supposed to do though?
Okay. I know it's really.
Oh, it smells so
Oh,
good.
I was gonna say finish that sentence. Oh, it smells.
No, it smells very good.
It does.
All right.
Mm.
So, all right, I'm gonna put this right.
Every time we do these tastings, it reminds me of the old episodes of Frasier. Remember when they would do wine tasting?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
watching
Oh,
Frasier
okay.
all the time now.
Oh, I love
Every
that.
night after I get done watching something that's very upsetting, I'll put not the new Frasier, the
I don't think the new one started, but
Yeah, it
I'm
has.
gonna watch it, even though they didn't. David, his brother's not coming back,
Yeah,
and
he's
he was
not
my one of my.
I never
he's-
watched it. I
He's hysterical. Okay, see the
Okay.
legs,
It's good.
little legs, little legs.
Aroma.
Both we got a raise
I don't
our
see
glass
any
to-
legs.
I think it's appley.
Okay,
Oh, right, I do
so
see that now.
what are we toasting to? Let's toast to Peggy. That
Peggy.
she's
'Cause
feeling
she's
better.
Peggy.
Yes,
Is
I
better.
tested negative for
Yes,
COVID
yes,
3
we
days
missed you
ago.
for that.
And
Yes.
going to do good things for the world and being a good friend with her camera because it's always her camera this year. So let's
Oh, that's not what I expected.
I don't think I like it.
I don't think I
It has a little funny aftertaste.
It kind of tastes like juice. I know grape. You know, it tastes like fruit juice.
Mm-hmm.
Is there alcohol in this?
Uh-huh.
I taste a lot of cherry. That's what it tastes like to me.
absolutely, I'm not a fan of a cherry beverage only because when I was a kid I had to have cherry medicine that I just hated and that always,
Oh, I used to like cherry
I
medicine.
don't know, it just always stuck with me.
It doesn't taste like wine to me. It tastes like high C.
Okay, well, somebody's gonna be upset with us.
It doesn't taste like high C to me, but
I
it's
don't
too it's very, very light bodied.
It's
and it
deceiving, right? Because you thought it was gonna be good.
I thought it was gonna
It
be very
smells
good.
better
smells
than it
nice.
tastes.
Yeah, it smells a lot
All right,
better.
And I do cherries in here and high tannins.
It's from Pindar, a Long Island
Oh,
wine.
I have had this wine before,
But
Sweet
you know-
Scarlet.
I'm gonna okay, and I don't mean 'cause I know it's Long Island, but I don't usually like
But-
their wine.
No,
I
neither-
don't like Pindar wines.
Yeah.
I like
Sorry,
some Palmers.
Pindar.
You
Sorry,
like
Pindar.
the V&A, the Palmer V&A. You
Oh,
liked
that was that from Pindar, or that was
no,
the
not
other one?
Pindar. That was
Palmer.
Palmer.
Oh, Palmer.
This is
okay.
Pindar, and I've had this before, and it's not
Yeah.
dry enough, and it's too light.
It tastes like juice.
It's way too light,
Yeah.
and and I
It tastes like
had
cherries.
I had a feeling
Yeah,
this I did not buy, so it was a gift. I don't even remember from who.
It really doesn't taste like there's
It's
any
a
alcohol.
semi-dry. That's why.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh,
yeah.
so it's sweet then.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
rich fruit
And I
flavors.
don't like sweet wine.
Yeah.
Served chilled for barbecue foods, or at
Is
room temperature for more elegant dining.
And this is
No.
elegant dining.
No.
We got our candy from
I'd rather have the
Halloween.
candy.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? We tried
Well,
it.
we tried, but at
Yeah.
least I'm glad you kept it hidden because I would have been turned off.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would have too. I would say, no,
That's-
I don't like Pindar.
Me
Yeah,
too.
no,
And I
that's
would've did the same
exactly
thing.
why.
Yeah.
But now you know you don't like pinot.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure, it's
Yeah.
confirmed.
But the
Yep.
smell is very nice, and I like the color, and I like the smell.
But you can't do a whole lot with the smell.
But I
No.
don't
Yeah.
like the taste
No.
of it.
Mine-
Maybe I don't know. Maybe if
I mean, I'll keep sipping it throughout the whole thing.
I know, what the hell.
But
But
yeah,
we're
I
not
don't-
animals. I mean,
Yeah, we don't like to waste.
Alcohol,
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, it's what is the alcohol?
with your new fancy eyes,
Oh,
Peg,
yeah.
what do you see?
It doesn't,
Let me see.
Because there's
Unless it's
none.
in the
There's
front.
none in there.
it's cherry juice.
You're right.
It is. It tastes like high C.
You
It
know-
doesn't have any information on the label about the,
No,
the
no.
aromas or
So, obviously,
the-
you wouldn't pay a dime for it, but how much do you think it goes for?
Pindar. I think Long Island wines are overpriced anyway.
Right.
I would say it probably goes for $14.99.
I'm gonna. It's again because it's Long Island. It's out.
Right.
Out on the fork. I would say, $18.99.
Okay, well, I'm not really sure, because like I said, it was a gift. So I looked up the price point, and it can go anywhere from $12.99
Yeah.
to $18.99, something
Yeah.
like
All
that.
right,
So
so
we're
both
both
right.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, well,
Oh, well.
Yes,
That
so,
was disappointing.
Yeah.
yes, look what I did. I disappointed my wildflowers, and then I punch them. That's okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to keep sipping it just because, it's there.
No, I'll
Well,
sip it.
I'll have
But
M&Ms
that's
instead.
I really want to like Long Island wines. I know that there are some good wineries out here.
They've gotten much
But
better.
this one is
I
They
gotta
really
tell you,
have.
the second sip was worse than the first. No, I'm not loving
Yeah.
it.
Well, why don't we move on to the book?
You know what? And I forgot to take a picture.
Oh.
So I
Of the
could-
wine?
No, I got the wine
Oh.
of the book. So that's my bad.
Uh-oh, close up.
With mouthful of
I know.
M&Ms. Sorry, folks. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. She's
All
gonna
right.
hate the picture.
Yeah, we can
just
take
so
it
you
in
know.
there.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Okay, well anyway, I've been reading quite a few books. I had 3 books I could have chosen from.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
3.5.
Now, why do you attribute that to? For being sick?
Yeah, when I was sick because I didn't feel like doing anything.
But you could focus
I
reading.
got COVID lazy. It was like, I'm not going
At least
anywhere.
but you were able to focus on reading.
Yeah,
then.
but I did mostly watching TV, but
Right,
I
right.
also say, stop it, turn it off.
Stop it.
I got addicted to watching Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, that's so
Because
funny.
there's some like the Samsung channel or something. It's on all the time.
Oh, okay.
And I just kept on watching it and watching it and watching. I said, oh my God, all these people are so angry.
So let me watch it.
But I like to cook, so it was very interesting.
Okay.
So, but anyway, one of the books I read is Tom Lake by Ann Patchett. And I love her books.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
did
she's
love
good.
this book.
Okay.
When I first started reading and I said, do I really care, about, what the book is about? And then as I kept on reading it, it made me care more and more and more. And I think that, I'll tell you what it's about briefly first before I get into that. This book it takes place during the pandemic, and is this family, and they own a cherry orchard in Maine.
Okay.
In Maine? Yes, it's in Maine.
Sure. Why not?
And during the pandemic, their adult children who are out in the world now, they all come back. And because nobody's working. One of them is an actress, one of them is a veterinarian, and the other one is, she stayed on the farm.
Okay.
That's what she wanted. She wants to, be a.
Take it over.
Yeah, the farmer, the orchard keeper. So they all came back, and as there is harvest season, so they have to pick the sweet cherries. It's time, yes.
To make icy.
And it's the mother, the father, the 3 daughters. And they're watching a movie one night, and this famous movie star is in it. It's not a real famous movie
Okay.
star, but a famous movie star. And the father walks in the room. He said, your mother used to go with him. Did you know that? And they all love this movie star.
Okay.
And right away that's like, what? You never told us that? So the whole book really revolves around the mother's relationship
Okay.
with this young man that she had met before he was very famous. It was Summer Stock.
Okay.
And she was an actress, and it revolves around the play Our Town. The whole book is about that, which I found very interesting too.
All right.
And how the daughters, just, bit by bit, the mother is revealing the story about what happened, because like they can't believe, oh my God, he's such a famous,
Right.
we didn't know that you were an actress, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah,
they
blah,
didn't
blah.
even know that she was.
No,
Oh,
no.
wow.
So, and that's what the whole book really is her revealing this story about her relationship and her time as being an actress in Summer Stock. And she also was in a movie, and evidently she was a very good actress, but, she ends up on this orchard.
Are you giving anything away?
Well, I'm not going to give away too much.
Right.
All right.
But, and she ended up here, and then you learn how she ended up here on this orchard.
Oh, okay.
Owning this orchard and having this whole different life than she had originally thought that
Okay.
she would
So,
have.
how long
And-
did it take you to get, like you said in the beginning, your
Pretty fast I got into
Oh,
it.
okay.
Well,
That's
first
a
of
good
all,
thing.
she's a wonderful writer. She really
Right,
is,
yeah.
Ann Patchett.
She's
I love all of her books.
Yeah, she's a good
I've
writer.
never read anything by her that I didn't love. And I really loved the relationship that this family had with each other.
Oh, okay.
Like how they all were bonded together, and how even though they were all different individuals, they all were connected.
Oh, that's cool.
And they were a very loving family, three interesting women daughters, and who all had their own lives.
So they were all daughters.
And
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
they
I
had
missed that.
three
Okay,
daughters.
nice.
And I really did love it. It was a wonderful story. It's not that kind of story that, horrible things are happening to
Right.
people. It's kind of a simple story about
Right.
somebody's life. And
Well, what's interesting too is that she wrote this not that long ago. So you're writing, because she's writing about COVID, but not only that, she owns a bookstore and she's extremely busy.
An underachiever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she's.
yeah, I would recommend it. I
How
was
many
fortunate
Wildflowers?
enough. I would give it 5 Wildflowers.
Five
I
out of
really
five.
That's
did
a great
enjoy
review,
it.
yeah.
I was sick when I was reading it. I started it before I got sick, but then I was really busy doing other things. So it did take me a while to get through it.
Okay.
And there was sometimes I put it down for a couple of days, and it wasn't because I wasn't engrossed in it. I was doing other things.
Right.
At first I said, oh, maybe I don't really like it. Like usually,
You're-
I need that book. It's my reading time, but
Right.
and I said, no, you're really busy, and then I didn't feel well.
Mhm.
So, but no, I really did, and I was fortunate enough I got a signed first edition
That's
at
something.
Where did you
Theodore's
go?
Bookshop.
Did she do a signing
No,
there?
she didn't. I
Oh,
guess the publisher
sent
had
out.
some. They sent them out,
Very
and
nice. Well, I'm glad you got the signed copy.
Yeah,
You're such
I
a
know.
fan of her. That's great.
yeah, I am. So.
Yeah, something to cherish.
So
Good
I
review.
highly recommend it. You're probably gonna have to wait for it if you want to go to the library, but you can go to your local bookstore and get it. And,
Put it on your reading
you know,
list. Yeah.
definitely. It's a good story
The
about
the title
nice
is-
people. It's called Tom Lake, and Tom Lake is where they lived.
Oh, it's where the,
Yeah.
it's not the name of the actor.
No.
Oh, it could
No.
be about Tom.
Like,
Well,
Oh, that's
we
awesome.
never gave how many wildflowers you were going to give the
But you
wild.
know, it's making me sweat. I don't know. Yeah, is it something like all of it? I'm getting very flushed.
You're very
Oh.
annoyed that it's sucky wine is what it is.
Yeah, no, I
maybe.
am. I was looking forward to a nice glass of wine.
Because I usually, cause this happens when I have a lot of citrus. Because I get flushed if I have citrus.
Judy, that's so funny.
and this is
Because
making
when I
me
smelled
flush.
it, I said it smells very citrusy, acid.
See, and it's right
I
now.
smell that.
I'm literally sweating.
It
It
does.
is.
Dry the
It
haze.
must
Drink
have
some
it.
water.
I've been drinking. I'm almost
Okay.
out of water.
I'll get you more.
No, it's fine. I'll just fine.
Well, how many wildflowers? I know it's
For the one half.
one half.
One.
One? I wouldn't even give it that. I wouldn't even give it a half. I'm just like, no wildflower. You're not getting my wildflowers, sorry.
No, it's. I
Yeah.
mean, there are some people who do like very sweet wines, and so this is not very sweet, but
No,
it's
it's
on
not.
the border of a dessert dessert dry wine. So
Right.
it's. But I would put more on the desserty side.
Sorry, we're
I'm sorry, we're still on the wine.
We're still on the
If it
wine.
was
shocked.
less acidic and had more body, I would like it better.
So in other words, if it were another whole bottle of wine, a whole different wine.
But this for Banter, then I would love it.
If this was Justin Cabernet Sauvignon, I would love it.
at least you know we're authentic with what we talk with the wine. 'Cause we have liked a lot of the wines.
We're all Long Islanders, so we're
Yes.
not, you know, beholden
But it is
to
making me flush, and
No.
I'm not going through any changes or
No.
anything. This is
Let me get you some more water. I'm
No,
right
no,
at the end
I'm
here.
good. I'm good.
I don't want you
Good.
flushing out and getting all beat
No,
red.
I'm just
Then
gonna,
you'll
I'm
look
not
ugly.
gonna, I'm not going to drink anymore.
Yeah, I'm not drinking anymore either.
So, which takes a lot
Yeah.
for
Alright,
me
so,
to
all
say.
right, so,
Yeah.
so Judy, I drank a little sip out of this.
No, that's fine.
But,
Well, let me move these out of here because this is a first. This is a first.
Get him out! Get this shit
I might make a mistake and take a sip.
if anybody comes on and sees it during, like, later, they'll say, no wine.
Yeah,
I was like,
no.
what the hell?
Pindar turned us off of wine.
Yeah, wash them down with peanuts.
Hey, I will. Oh, thank you.
Well, it's Judy's turn. It's Judy's turn to cry. Judy's turn.
Oh my God, that song, Leslie
Gorman.
Gorman. No,
Yeah,
not
Leslie
Gorman.
Gore.
Leslie Gore.
Yeah.
All right, so it's her turn to do the topic, which
Okay.
is...
Which is kind of curiosity.
I'm
And
curious.
Curiouser and Curiouser, which is a line from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, one of my favorite books, one of my favorite characters. And I came up with this topic too because I was thinking about Alice. I love that character, and I was wondering, why do we love it so much? You know,
She was adventurous.
she was adventurous, and I think it is. She's just curious. And that's what I think I love about the books. I watch all the movies. Anything about which is that there's some versions that like over others, but I just love the curiosity element.
Right.
And it got me thinking about, is curiosity on the decline today?
Oh, I like that.
And we'll get before.
What's this?
Well, let me.
No, I'm
I'll
thinking.
start us off with.
okay.
Besides the Alice quote or the Lewis Carroll quote from Alice, Albert Einstein was quoted as saying, "The most important thing is to not stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing." And I like that quote because it's linking existence to questions and curiosity. Like curiosity, you need it to exist almost, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? Because if we stop questioning,
Well,
then we don't learn.
right.
And if we don't learn, we don't progress as a civilization, as a society. And we're just done, and so I really like that quote. I think there's a lot in that quote.
That's a great quote.
So I want, what we were talked about last time, it was when we were talking about banned books, and you both were saying how you've had experience, and I think I said too, where we've met people that says, oh, I don't read. It could be anybody. I work with people who say that, so these are educated people. You've met people in all walks of it that say, I don't read. And I think reading in itself is on a decline,
which is a shame because
is
reading inspires curiosity.
But what is on the rise is artificial intelligence.
Oh my gosh.
And dependence on technology, right? And Elon Musk recently said, and I can't stand Elon Musk. I really can't.
I can't either.
But he said very recently, I saw something where he said, I didn't quote it, but it was just where he says, he sees a future where AI will eliminate the need for all jobs. How scary is that?
That's very scary. So what is that? Where does
Where
That's
does
not the
that
first
leave
time
us?
I've heard that.
where does that leave, humans?
Well, I don't know a lot about this, but I have heard, Peter talks about that sometimes, and he said sooner or later people are going to be paid not to work because there's not going to be.
They're not as efficient.
Well, it's not only that, there's not going to be a need for them because machines and computers are going to be doing most of it. So then people will be left for leisure time, but they'll be able to survive. But
So go ahead.
that's like a utopian society.
It is like but is that good? Is that the
No.
society that where we really
No.
want to be? Because look what we do. And we're in a society where what can we do? Work. Most of us have to work, right? But yet we have so much convenience here, right? We can sit here and work from home if we want to, or have the ability to. We could work from home, and we could never leave. really, because we can get everything we want delivered to us. We could go to doctor's appointments on our video, on our computer. We can get fast food delivered to us by somebody.
Or even not fast
Or
food.
not fast food. We
Good
can get
food.
Amazon to deliver anything. Our grocery stores will bring everything here.
And a lot of them, they use a drone now.
Right, they use a drone. We could do our exercise in our apartments or our houses with a treadmill or a Pilates or whatever, that Peloton, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing with I'm doing my arms, the Peloton. We're so here, everything's becoming so convenient, and I'm just wondering, is there still that challenge? I looked into a little, is there a chemical or biological benefit also to being curious? And turns out there is.
There is. Dopamine.
Dopamine, very good. Right, because this is a concept of neuroscience. Curiosity leads to the behavior of motivation, right? And so without curiosity, your motivation levels drop. And, this is a cognitive function because dopamine is released when we become curious.
And that makes us happy.
Right, so there's that correlation between curiosity and dopamine, and that also helps us to focus. And focus is such a problem. The problem we hear about on the rise of ADHD or kids that can't pay attention for more than 5 seconds nowadays. It's
we're distracted by technology.
And we are giving. I know we talk about this, but this is what we're doing. For our kids, we're giving babies phones. We're giving babies tablets, iPads. Just if they become fussy, if they want to touch something, or if this is how kids learn. Or if they're asking too much questions, right? And questioning is how we learn. And when they're asking a question, to realize they're getting a dopamine release,
right?
And you're building their motivation. But if you suppress that by telling them to be quiet or here, we're suppressing that dopamine release. And when they get to be teenagers, you have them hyped up on ADHD meds.
Because we're born naturally curious about things. And you know that. You have kids, and I have kids, you have kids, and when they're little, why, Mommy? Why? How come? What's this? What, and sometimes you're like, stop asking me so many questions.
Right.
But, the best thing you could do is keep on answering those questions, because those kids, that's how they're learning. That's how they keep their curiosity going.
Right, and if you don't know, encourage them to find their own answers.
Right.
But as I read a few articles on this, scientific articles, also psychological ones, where they're saying it's the style, the generations that we are raising, the iGen generation, which they call it. Usually are those born, I think it was like 94 or something to like 2012, or something, where the parenting styles were like discouraging questions, have them on the iPads, and they're doing everything. They're doing their homework for them. They're tying their shoes for them. They're making basic decisions.
Well, they make Velcro, so they didn't have to learn how to tie.
Well, that was even before that.
Yeah, that was when my kids were little.
Yeah, Velcro was, because
Jessica didn't know how to tie her shoes when she got to kindergarten.
Right.
And I said, oh my God, I always bought Velcro.
Shoes.
Not because I didn't want to tie your shoes, they just,
that was
all the shoes were Velcro then.
Yeah, we talked about the rabbit ears or whatever you said.
Yeah, I had to do the whole shoebox thing and put the laces in and say, you got to learn how to tie your shoes, girl.
But I look around, and it's like, if they can't, and then what bosses and companies are complaining about when this generation comes to the workforce, they're not prepared.
Well, I absolutely agree.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
That was just. I just kind of wanted your thoughts on that. Have you noticed a decline in curiosity? And I'm not saying everybody, because I think we've raised kids a little differently. I mean, I never owned an iPad. Where it was like, we would go on long trips, and we did a lot of road trips. We still do.
Yeah.
And, we would hit the bookstore before the road trip.
I love it.
Or the library, and say, all right, get sticker books or novels or whatever, or Mad Libs, or something. And we'd read aloud on these road trips,
That's great.
or whatever it was. And that's how we entertained ourselves. But everybody was like, in the airports as well, no iPads or that.
Well, it depends on whether or not your parents are engaged. Let's look at it this way. Like with my grandkids, Jessica and Peter are very, very engaged with their kids. And my grandkids know how to do things that I would never like. They know how to make knives and, you know, just, and,
That was a very
well, they do.
specific example.
Peter has a forge. He has a big workshop
Nice.
in the garage, and you know, like he teaches them. Tate is very interested in
Forge
learning
with
how to
fire,
do it, and how to do woodworking, and you know, and I hear their
So they're fostering the
conversations.
curiosity.
Yeah, and like
And
the other
that's
day, I
important.
overheard part of a conversation. Peter and Riley were walking up the driveway, and Riley is very into anime and manga.
Yeah.
Manga, I always
Yeah.
say it wrong. And she does animation.
Yes.
And like she kind of shies away from any kind of other kind of art. And I heard Peter saying, well, you know, like as an artist, you really need to expand your horizon a little and learn about all the different kinds of art. And like I said, oh my God, what a good dad, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So, you know, I think that in some ways technology helps with curiosity. In my case, it does, because I am very curious about things, and like I'll see a word, I said, oh, what the heck does that word mean? And I, you know,
Right.
like it's right there at your fingertips,
Well, it's
all
so
that
funny.
information.
What you just said just something popped in my head. It's a weird way it went in my head, but on you used to look at things up in your encyclopedia,
Uh-huh.
and on Rowan and Martin they always said, "Well, look that up in your Funk and
Well,
Wagnalls."
yes, that's right.
And that was how you would like
You
you,
would
know
go,
you
yeah,
would learn
that's
things
right.
from them. But I remember
Yeah.
those letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did at my house. We did have a whole set of I don't think it was Funk and Wagnalls, but we had
Britannica. maybe.
probably encyclopedia set, and that's how you had to find things. It wasn't updated. No.
Yeah. Even my kids too, when they were in elementary
Yeah.
school, I had the
You're
Britannica
doing
set.
okay.
But we
I
had
can't
to
have
do
M&Ms
that.
around me.
But we had to do that, and here, like you said something like you got a word and you looked it up.
Hmm.
I don't know if everybody's doing that.
Well, I wanted to challenge the two of you because I've been doing this now. Any book that I read, and there's a word I think I know the meaning of that. I'll stop and I'll look it
Yes.
up.
Hmm.
And I'm like maybe we should like share a word like each time from something we read. You know, that like this
Yeah,
was
like a horripilation.
Oh wow!
look at her. Wow.
That's when you get goosebumps.
Oh,
I've heard that.
Horripilation.
Maybe you've said that before. I don't
No,
know.
I don't think
You
maybe I did.
yeah, I think
Maybe
you
I
did.
She
did.
had something about
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, then
Okay, I
it was
remember.
horripilation.
but yeah.
But I'm always doing that, and even about like the next podcast I was going to do Al Capone because I got a newsletter from his InsideHistory.com,
Uh-huh.
and I thought he was an interesting character. And then when I was reading about him, it led to Alcatraz. So I said, "Oh my God,
I was
Alcatraz! That's right, I was there, and what an interesting history it
She
has."
was in Alcatraz. Not only does her grandson,
I'm really old,
They
and it
make-
closed
her
in
grandchildren make
1963.
knives. She goes to Alcatraz.
Alcatraz, the more you know.
But I
That's
mean, maybe like it was just you looked at, and you're one of the most curious people I know, Peg. So
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
knew you would like this topic, and I thought I was really interested
It's a very
in
good
what
topic.
It is.
What you would-
I was thrilled when I saw it when you
Oh,
said,
okay.
"Oh, I love curiosity."
Yeah, well, you do, and you take the next level, and going with the media today too. How many people just verbatim take what they're
Yeah.
told instead of looking beyond the
Almost
story?
everybody.
Yeah.
Almost including, but when if you go through it, I really started to say, that doesn't really, is that the whole story?
I said that last night to Jason.
Yeah, and
We
I
were
start
at
going
dinner.
and investigating my
Yeah.
own way.
Yeah,
And
yeah. You can't
Yeah.
just, like, oh, well, so-and-so said this, and and I'm like, I'd like to know more. I'd like to
Right.
know what the other side is, if there is another
Yes.
side, and not, like you said, take it that way,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I posted something yesterday, not to get too far off track, I write for Post.News, it's called, and it was about my journey and being a Christian and then not being a Christian, and like how people will say, well, I believe in the Bible, and I used to say, well, oh, did you read it? No.
Right.
Then how can you say that? And then, oh, I don't believe in the Bible. Did you read it? No. Then again, conversely, it's like you're saying something based on what?
Right.
You know.
And that's where hate comes in as well. What's going on with, Israel and Hamas, and how many people really know what their aim,
Yeah, exactly.
they're picking a side, but do we really know? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do, I'm not saying everybody, but
Right.
one of the first books I reviewed on this podcast, which I just love, was 30 by 30, which I bought at Turn of the Corkscrew bookstore. And that was a woman who actually said, again, who wanted a religion, but didn't know it. She was raised in one, and she actually took the time over a long period and went and explored for different, and talked to people and attended things and learned about religions. And I go, I love that. I think that's why I love that book, and I still remember it, is because she was curious about it, and you went and did something.
She wasn't frightened. Like some people are, they're, well, it's a lot like the whole book burning thing. They don't want you to be curious. They don't want you to be educated.
Well, that's it, because you get dopamine, it'll spark motivation, and people who are motivated create change. And people who create change create power.
That's right.
And if you can lower your dopamine levels, you're going to lower your motivation as a society, and you'll be easily controlled. By those who are not following this model. And that made me worry when I heard what Elon Musk said, about that. I go, he's a guy who's really driving the AI technology. He's not the only one, but he's really ahead.
Well, a lot of people I see, they want to be writers, and they're like, oh, you just put keywords in and it writes the book for me. And I'm like,
well, you're not a writer then.
I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, for me, the fun of it is writing that book and getting to know your characters.
You're getting a dopamine release.
Exactly. And like, and rewriting it and rewriting it and rewriting it. And I'm just like, I can't imagine like letting some computer write this story that is just, it's just not even a challenge.
It's not human.
It's not. It's very, very true.
Well, even though I know you both are very curious, I did give these ladies homework.
Yes,
and there was
and I just want to say, while you were talking, it looked like when you were saying people are addicted to the phones, and I'm on my phone. I was bringing up the quiz that she did.
And we did do it, and I wanted to know which one was by Harvard. That's the one I sent.
That's the one that you sent.
Yeah, I sent, and then you sent
the one
as well, which I did that one. Britannica. So what were your results on the Harvard one?
Well, I didn't do the Harvard, so.
Oh, you didn't.
That was the one that
was
Judy
the one that
sent.
looks like
I did yours.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I did.
So it had it gave you like three things.
Three things.
Yeah.
Okay, so
what was your first one?
Well, the flexible thinker.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a flexible thinker. You're a flexible thinker. What did you get?
I'm an unconventional thinker.
Oh, okay. So it kind of looks like this. There's like
Yeah, I printed it out because I'm so old school.
All right. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you are. Okay.
Yeah,
so.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm a flexible thinker.
All right. The next one.
Which is what? Which one is that? Learning.
Yes. And the Harvard Business Review average is unconventional.
Wow, I guess
see this great thing?
Average.
She's so happy to know that.
Okay. You see, that's what that means.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Carol, you and I are under. Okay. Carol's really low.
Oh wait, no, you are flexible. You're on the wrong one.
Okay.
You are interested in learning this one.
I'm intellectually hungry.
Okay, well let me. Oh wait,
yeah, that's the second one. We're on the second one. That one. No,
this one.
That one.
Oh, okay. So I am.
You're interested in learning.
Right.
And what's this, the next one we're doing?
Yes.
Yeah,
you adapt to new situations.
Okay.
Seek new experiences. Oh no, adapt to new situations.
Okay. Oh wait, no, go on that back one.
This one?
No, it's that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How come this
You're like me. You're intellectually
right
hungry.
here. Oh, that's unconventional.
How come it says safe?
That's
I
that.
don't know what that means.
You are intellectually hungry.
Like me, and so we're on we're on average with the Harvard business people.
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
We're on average.
Okay.
Where I'm not. Right?
Now, where were you?
I'm interested in learning.
Okay.
Okay, so then number 3 is, I said you adapt to new situations. What did you get?
I guess it says safe, so.
You didn't keep. You didn't.
Seek new experience.
You play it safe. That's what it is.
I play it safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did adapt to new situations.
Yeah. Okay.
So you don't.
So anyway, this was a Harvard Business Review study. It's hbr.org, where you could test your curiosity levels, which I think is was kind of cool to do.
And if you go on that site, it says test your curiosity quiz.
And you don't have to put in your email or anything like that. You don't sign up
You
for
just
anything.
answer
It was
the
just
questions.
One of the things that I asked, and I can't remember what it was, but I had just gotten a new, not a Cuisinart, but a food processor or whatever, and I took it out of the box. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to put this together. I'll wait till the kids come. And I know that you would be the one to put it together. And I'm like, I just don't have the patience. I'd rather write about characters and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't.
I can do that. I would do it.
It's a ninja. I got a ninja.
Okay.
But I'm just like, ninja. But and I was thinking of this little quiz that you gave me. I'm like, oh, well, okay.
Maybe
There's nothing to put together on a Ninja. I got one. The blender kind. You just put it on top of the pen.
All right. Let's do the next
Let me
quiz.
see what it is. Okay.
Okay, well, I didn't do that one.
You didn't do that one?
No.
All right. Well,
Oh, okay. So this was the Britannica one.
it's a Curiosity Compass, it's called.
Yeah. I just printed out my results.
Oh, okay. What'd you get?
I got, I'm an explorer.
Oh, I got I'm a scientist.
Oh.
What were some of the options? I can tell you what I am.
Artist.
It was
inventor.
creator, discoverer,
Yeah.
artist, and explorer,
Maybe creator.
and
Yeah.
intuitive.
See, mine says here's, maybe I didn't print out the whole thing. It says, artist, inventor, explorer, scientist. Do I still have it here? Oh, yeah. Anyway, so it's blank now. It's at curiosity.britannica.com, and you could take the quiz. And it's only a 3-minute quiz. And I think it's a great compass to do, because just to see
Where you fall on the scale.
Where
They
you
use
fall.
these for hiring people in
they?
interviews. Yeah, I was reading that about Harvard Business Review. And they use it, employers use it to see if you're the right fit for their company.
Okay.
And also the Britannica one also, I think. So it was interesting to do. It was.
I thought you would like it.
Yeah.
I don't usually give homework.
Yeah.
No, it was a great
like homework.
subject.
I know,
Yeah,
because
she
you're
loves,
curious.
she's curious. She loves it.
And the Explorer, it fits you right. You're going to Honduras. I mean, look at all the places you typically go.
Yeah, it says the explorer is curious about the many different people, cultures, places, and ways of life found in the world.
She is. When we went to Europe, I'd be like, where's Peggy?
So if you want to pique your curiosity level, take the quiz, see where you fall, and try something new, right? Or at least put together a ninja, or read a book.
Put it together for me. I'll have to show it to Peggy so she can point out how I failed.
Yeah, well, maybe it's something, because I have a Ninja, but it's just like you just put it on the base and put the thing in. Who
I'm
knows?
not going to say what we'll see.
Okay,
But anyway,
we'll see.
that was a really
I'll make
good
fun of
subject. Yes, she'll make fun of me. That's okay. That's what friends are for. Well,
okay, so we're done?
Yeah, oh wait, this was number 55, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, so podcast number 55.
I can't believe it.
And thank you for our new subscribers. We really
thank you so much. It was, thanks for joining us.
Yes. Thanks for joining us.
us.
And maybe we'll have a better wine the next time.
I
Oh,
hope
God,
so.
I hope so.
I can't. The bar is really low though at this point.
Anything is better.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it here.
Bye.
Okay, bye.